yesterday, a guy was responding to a last video because, you know, when you create a thumbnail, you pay attention more about the colors and the way you will type stuff because the colors have a very strong interaction with our subconscious, and this is what I'm working. So sometimes I don't really pay attention about words, so that's why sometimes you see a thumbnail and then the thumbnail is changed because some people correct me, and thank you for you guys. So the last thumbnail was, I put the term controlling. So first, people need to understand that sometimes the meaning of the words is not necessarily the meaning of you. Plus, what we give as a meaning for words depend only on our interpretation and comprehension of these words, not the roots of the words. I realized by studying English and by the different studies that I follow that most of the people use words that they don't know what it's mean, and because they don't know what it's mean, then it has an impact on other people. I will pass example, but I have several examples, especially with people in my life. Anyway, so when you use a word, for example, controlling is not necessarily, in my meaning and in the meaning of control, to talk about the ego, right? So this person was saying, and it was interesting because I reflect on what this person was saying, trying to understand his past through his words. And you can do it. It's a good training. For most of people that make a comment on this kind of words used, usually they are lost. And believe me, they are lost in the comprehension of what it means for the person. Another way, a thumbnail is not what contains the video. A thumbnail attracts people to look into thumbnail. That's why you have some videos on YouTube and they are very specialized on that, you know, the spiritual way. Or people saying, no, you will make more money. Most of the time, this is not a lie, this is a business. And this is my point. I'm not using business, I'm using what we call magic. I use the magic of the mind on all our thumbnail. Controlling doesn't mean necessarily the control, you know, the egotic way. That's why I'm in my car. I mean, actually it's the car of Michel. If I don't control my car, the wheel, what will happen? I will hit someone. I will harm someone. Due to the fact that I'm unconscious of the fact that I thought, unconscious, my thought tell me, well, the car will manage well the direction. No, it doesn't work like this. So if you think that you don't need to control your mind in the conscious manner, you still be unconscious. So you still be thinking that you are conscious, dreaming into your unconsciousness. Right? Meaning you don't know that you are sleeping and you think that you are living a dream. And when you wake up, boom, it's very painful. And it's happening right now for many, many million of people that's starting to awaken and started becoming conscious of their consciousness. When I use personally and others, because I was making research before doing this video, when you see sometimes people talking about control, it is not necessarily to improve the ego. First of all, the ego can improve only if you remain unconscious. That's why the system control your mind. That's why some part of the system continuing to control your mind, because they don't want you to become conscious of your consciousness. Because if it does, then they will be in trouble. They will lose the control of your mind. So it's your job to taking the control of your mind by controlling. That means you guide the direction. Control is not ordering. I'm not ordering my car to function. I just put the key, turn the contact initiate a mechanism that gives power. I'm not the one giving power. I'm an initiator of the power. Saying your car cannot go in the direction you want if you are not on the car. So you are at the command, right? By command, I just, as a chef of orchestra, if I'm an orchestra chef, I'm not the one playing the music. I'm the one orchestra. I'm at the command to tell to people when they need to play and when they don't need to play for the symphony become harmonic. That's why we call that harmonic symphony. The universe works the same way. You are the car, and the universal consciousness is at the control, which we call the higher mind. So please, we are all ignorant. Our life is built on learning. Learning by knowing, by experiencing, brings wisdom. The wisdom is the capacity of analyzing through our experience without judgment, a peaceful way of analyzing a situation, an environment, a person. When you are not able to do that and you are immediately into judgment, then we call that bêtise. You know, it's the way of being selfish somehow, because you will judge automatically what you don't know, and what you don't know is only a fear. You are based on the fear. This guy or this woman knows better than me, so no, I need to be on the resistance. I need to refrain this person, so I need to judge. It does not mean that you are bad. This means that you are stupid. That means that you are ignorant of the fact that you still remain into unconsciousness. And you react with unconscious emotional behavior based on your experience. Synchronicity only occurs more and more when you are on the right path. What I mean by right path doesn't mean good and bad. That means that you are on your real purpose of what your higher self or the divine ask you or oriented you, to do. But it's only your choice to follow it or not. If you don't follow it, you will have a certain experience. That doesn't mean that it's good or bad. It will give you an experience that will be far away of what you need to do. But remember, this other way will bring you automatically again and again on situation that puts you on the right path. So the more you comprehend that controlling your mind, not in the egotic way, but as a pilot that cannot be in autopilot, because we are in autopilot in the wrong way. Our mind autopilot automatically by the unconscious, our consciousness. The consciousness is the detachment of any source of emotional triggers, right? We need to take care of what our brain, what our mind, the two things, works for. This is the most important. So please, once again, you can think that you are spiritual. We are all human spiritual beings. Cannot judge a word that is used by someone for expressing some things that is way beyond a word. Yes, a word have a power. Yes, a word is a generator of energy. But if you don't sometimes perceive beyond what the barrier can show you, what the illusional veil can show you, you will still remain into the judgment. But regarding the consciousness and the accept of the change, it is discutable. We can discuss about it because it will generate exchange, flow of energy between people that will automatically and somehow arrive at the point to create an harmony. This is what we are right now. We are at the point of shifting into a positiveness. We are pretty in the balance do that all the time. And when we start to shift, we will have to find the equilibrium, the balance, the harmony between all of us. The more we are focused on what others does, if it's good, if it's not, the politique, the don't politique, the war, no war, through passing the veil of the incomprehension of each other. What I mean in that is sometimes we don't understand others, sometimes we don't understand their behavior, sometimes we don't understand the words that they are using. Why? Because automatically the ego reacts. Instead, stepping back and trying to figure it out, maybe what the people were meaning, and even sometimes not just looking at the words, but the energy that the people try to tell you. Maybe it will be better for the world and the world, and also for the next generation that start to be kind of lost if you really observe them, because we still remain in judgment of each other's. The more we will understand that the control of our car, it's our responsibility. And this is the point actually. We are not taking care of the safety of others. And you need to understand that the general consciousness creates an heavy pressure that create our own reality. When you realize that, you realize who you are inside and all the things that doesn't go very well, and you need quickly to understand, comprehend how you works, how you function, to restabilize and rehabilitate the correct function of your vehicle. This is the vehicle. Samuel is not me. Samuel is the source, is a part of you guys, and you're part of me. We are part of the trees around me. We just have a perception, a strict perception, a rigid perception of what is. If I tell you the tree, then you will perceive a tree. If I tell you, wow, this green stuff is beautiful, you will say, no, it's a tree. It's a tree because we tell you the world is tree. So your mind created consciously and unconsciously and subconsciously pictures of a tree. But subconsciously, your mind doesn't see a tree. It sees a colors and a shape. So try next time when you want to judge someone, or you react on one word or one situation, to just step back and try to look within you what's going on. Why you react like that? Why you jumped out? Why you need to open your mouth without saying something constructive? Peace, guys.